Welcome to Men at the Tap, a podcast from Tapestry Ministries. Each episode reflects on a daily Bible reading from the Revised Common Lectionary. I'm Gloria, a fellow traveler on a spiritual journey with the Tapestry community, and we call the Bible reading our spiritual manna, nourishing our souls and fostering spiritual growth as we share insights and interpretations that enrich our spiritual lives. It is Tuesday, April 22nd, 2025, the first week of the Easter season. The lectionary reading is from the Old Testament book of Judges. This book is interesting as it highlights the stories of the families of Israel in the early years of living in the promised homeland. Joshua had led them across the Jordan River. They had marched around the walled city of Jericho, and they saw the walls fall down before their eyes. With Joshua as their commander in chief, the families were able to occupy some of the land for themselves. Once Joshua was dead, there was no one leader. When the families were attacked by their enemies, God would raise up a judge whose task often included military and administrative authority to fight the enemies. Today's story is about the only woman judge, Deborah is her name, who God raised up to lead the families of Israel when a powerful nation attacked them with a commander-in-chief named Sisera. The enemy nation was equipped with 900 chariots drawn by horses, while the families of Israel were amateur foot soldiers. You can imagine how the families of Israel were intimidated by Sisera and his chariots and horses. Deborah assembled a military leader named Barak to help fight against Sisera. Barak had a difficult time amassing the soldiers needed to fight and told Deborah he would only go into the battle if she accompanied him. Deborah said she would, but she told him God would provide another woman to help her fight Sisera. Barak did not need to fear. God sent a thunderstorm as they were assembling to fight, and a flash flood quickly filled the valley. The chariots and the horses became stuck in the mud, and Barak's soldiers were able to overpower Sisera's soldiers, chasing them on foot. Still, Sisera got away and ran into a neighborhood where he felt he would be safe. He found himself outside the tent of a woman named Jael. Since there was peace between Jael's family and Sisera, Jael went out to greet him. She invited him in, telling him not to be afraid. He was so tired from running that he lay down on her bed to rest, and she covered him with a blanket. He was thirsty and asked for some water to drink. Instead, she opened a container of milk, gave him a drink, and then covered him up again. A bossy commander will be bossy even when he's tired. Sisera told her to watch at the tent door, and if a man comes to the tent door asking for him, tell a lie and say that I'm not here. Sisera was exhausted and fell asleep, and as he slept, Jael grabbed a hammer and a tent peg and went silently to him. She hammered the tent peg into his temple and drove it into the ground, and he died. She then left the tent and went outside. Barak was coming towards her, and she greeted him and told him to come on in to see into my tent, and I'll show you the man you're looking for. Sisera was lying dead with a tent peg through his temple. Don't you feel sorry for Sisera? He oppressed the families of Israel for 20 years, and Jael used what was at hand to kill him. Deborah wrote a song to celebrate the victory for Israel's families and to thank Jael for what she had done. The best part of the song is that he asked for water and she gave him milk, and he went to sleep like a baby. The families of Israel enjoyed peace in the homeland for 40 years. Deborah said of Jael, most blessed of all women is Jael.